God bless you.
I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. Go there, biza. Kama bara walo ninu ife kan akanbi. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love. I go show you love. Kama bara walo ninu ife kan. But I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara walo ninu ife kan. I know they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Show me love, I go show you love. Kama bara walo ninu ife kan. No, they do competition with anybody. If I offend you, forgive me. Oh, tó bá ti sanwó fún Ṣẹ́gun nàbí o. Ẹ fẹ́ jókòó. Alákọ̀bí. Ṣẹ́gun nàbí. Alákọ̀bí. Sábà mẹ́la. Anybody. Any bobo. Anybody. Mo ló ń folú, ó gbà mí bó ṣe rí mi láti kíníṣí. Délé mo ló ń folú, ẹ jẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀. Délé o.
All right. Thank you, my people. We're back again. That is going to start on the second segment now. The only person we not talk to us on the first segment was Mother Patricia, but she have opportunity to address all of them after this presentation. Continue to press on the like button and share. Thank you very much. I can see people asking on the comment section, Mother Rita, you wanted to come in and you see the screen full, except anybody is willing to leave, the way the screen take tight today, me myself no understand. If you ask me, no, I don't understand. Yeah. But meanwhile, if anybody on the panel you think that you've contributed, you want to leave the panel for other person to come.
Mr. Elvis, excuse me, can I leave for Rita to come in because I love to hear her?
Okay, wonderful. If she can make it though, if she can take the spot, Mother Rita, come in. Oh, somebody don't leave because of you. Thank you very much, Madam. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if only she can make it. Okay, we have two people who left. Wonderful. I'm not sure the next person, the person that left, but let's see.
Elvis, I can go out to someone to come in too.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We have three space.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We have three space.
Mr. Edwin left.
Oh, Mr. Edwin left. Okay. All right, good. All right. Okay, Mother Rita is here with us. Okay, that's fine, Mother Rita. Thank you. Okay, OS again. Let's see. Oh, look, now only one space remain. Okay, let's see who's gonna be the lucky person. All right, let's quickly take on this together, my people. I appreciate you all. Yes, as you can see right there on screen, Oshiomhole'S and Obaseki 30 billion water storm project fraud. You know. Okay, somebody else left as well. Okay, now we have about 3 space left. So in case anybody want to come in. All right, I'm going to take you guys back. You know, I want us to watch this video quickly first. You know, let's watch this video, then we'll take it from there. Okay, Madam Nena, thank you very much for joining us. I can see you already. God bless you. And we have Oga CM with us as well. Thank you, Madam Nena. You can turn off your camera. That's fine. I don't see you. You know. Okay, yes. Okay. Somebody else left. Okay. Okay, Madam Nena, I don't know what's wrong with your camera. So once you sorted yourself out, I'll add you in. You know. Once that is sorted out, I just hope you don't going to lose it, Madam Nena. I can't add you in now because, okay, good. You sort them out now. Wonderful. Okay.
That's why I come now. Make I come show them.
Show them, oh. Show them. Help out beg them.
So many landlords don't pack come over the area.
Hey, house is so sink.
Mommy.
See houses for grant. Landlord, you don't turn to tenants. Some say they even live beneath and go home. Houses, they don't go there, roads or don't cover them. Now our children said that they suffer. Our children they from here they go for junction. If rain fall, we not see money take give them take enter bank. They remain for house. They no go house. Here now feed before.
People know they call greeting now.
For where? Where person go find you come?
Visitor.
For where?
No more visitor now.
Even though you get
can't go say they no for today. You couldn't have seen go to here now.
We are they come get this guy.
You cannot.
So visitor not they come visit you again. And for you to go ring road to come back like
no way.
No way.
Now
we dey on our knees.
We dey on our knees. We beg.
I beg.
We beg. Let him come to our aid.
Now our house be this. See, our house be like bush.
You can see now.
You can see elderly mother and elderly father. They are on their knees begging satanic government of Edo State. If I tell us all these people, generally, all of them are satanic. All. I ask you people continuously on this particular platform, Naija Watch. Everybody that supported Obaseki, how many of them they checkmate Obaseki today? When I say that me bad, now Naija Watch not good, Abi. Ask yourself, how many of them they checkmate the Obaseki today? Even some of the things what Obaseki do, now because of Naija Watch, even do them. Let's move on.
So they reach for
bush.
my company.
Now we did so bush. I beg, we beg them. We beg
I don't take government. I beg make una capture what to do.
I beg. We beg them with all
Ote. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest. Man, I wait. Because not be only in area get challenge, other areas too get challenge. Oh. No, other area get challenge. No, other area get challenge. And Edo State government don't capture some other area. Okay, not be only I want to get this guy challenge.
Our own too worst. We don't know what we do. Our own too worst. Because we don't beg.
No, you want to tell me?
See my father house. See the house. Now my father house. Where water carry so. Now tenant I can't be so. So I beg, we dey beg governor. We dey beg governor. Make it call help us.
I want to
make it call help us. We dey die. We dey die, beg.
You want to tell me say for the past like 10, 15, 20 years, nothing don't happen?
Nothing don't happen. Nothing don't happen. Area where something dey happen now, you suppose know now. See now. Nothing dey happen. We dey suffer. We dey suffer.
So what do you want now?
We dey beg governor. We know say na governor where they listen to people.
But you know say the same Edo State government they don't capture some area where they do.
But why they don't capture our own? Why? What do we do? If we do government bad, make it forgive us. If we offend them, make it forgive us.
Wait till 12 now they discuss.
No,
wait till 12 now they discuss.
Now the road matter, we don't tire. We don't sing. We don't talk. We don't crack. We don't tire. But you go feel influence the decision within the governor. Make it.
Now they hear the youth, the same youth who is supposed they question the government. Now that they say no, we know so Obaseki don't try, don't do this. This is the reason. Whenever my representative is on the street, right, asking these people question, do you know what they normally say? No, I don't want to show myself a camera. I don't want to talk. I don't want things that is affecting you. You cannot talk about it. That is where we are today in Nigeria. That is the reason why we are where we are today in Nigeria. Because people are scared to speak. Listen to the youth now.
He can't do the road for us. We're not saying a can't be woman. And a woman will produce speaker for us. We're not saying get mad for that house which she did. So.
That's Natasha Osawaru.
Natasha Osawaru Irobusa. We go meet him also. Make he help us. Go meet governor. Make he be say what to go there among the finishing projects.
Okay, finishing project.
Yeah, go there among the finishing projects.
However, from a
after 7 years, Obaseki is leaving office in the next couple of months. 5 months from now, Obaseki is history. This youth now, with the thing they are fed, now they
road now they say I feel access this your area.
Nala yo.
No, from a Kama road, no, from a Owina be
No. All the adjoining road will link to our road. No one they accessible. Now go. No one.
So all now go. Anyway, let me stop this video from there. In case you guys want to watch it, you can go to ITV and watch that video. But let me take you guys back to history. What is currently affecting the people right there now is erosion, right? Okay. Obaseki and Oshiomhole collected 30 billion naira for water storm projects. The reason why I have to add Obaseki's name to it is that Obaseki promised that he's going to probe Oshiomhole, and I played that video here and I called him out. Then he promised again. He promised in 2019. He promised in 2021. That was 2 years later. He promised again. After that time till now, as we speak, Obaseki don't talk about the water storm project anymore. That means both of them now gather. Fraud Edo people. Hold on, my people. Let me put this on screen. Let me quickly bring this. I need to put this on screen. Don't tell me that I have to look for this. Okay, before I put this on the screen, let's listen to what Obaseki have to say here. I think his verbal statement is better than the reading.
Inspection of the road construction project sites targeted to enhance the living standard of residents in the state, Governor Obaseki said the Benin Stormwater project conceived by previous administration was never made to work, insisting that his administration will probe the project and recover all looted funds. He emphasized that the Benin Stormwater project, if properly executed, will deflood erosion-prone areas. The state governor also disclosed that a panel has been set up to investigate and recover misappropriated funds.
The so-called stormwater was just a fraud. It was...
Unayeram, I played this video 3 years ago on this platform. I played it here. And I called Obaseki out. Twice. Obaseki promised twice that he's going to probe the water storm project 30 billion. Some said it's 22 billion. Some said it's 30 billion. But we'll get there. Una the hear now, they talk now. All these satanic people, they listen to me now. Because you people are only supporting Obaseki for your selfish interest, for your stomach reasons. But for Obaseki not to probe the 30 billion or 22 billion water storm project in date, it shows that Obaseki and Oshiomhole and I gather defraud Edo people. That's it. Simple as ABC. Listen to what the governor of Edo State has to say.
Appropriated funds.
So-called stormwater was just a fraud. It was a contract to defraud Edo people.
As you can see, this article dated, can I say that 2019, November 2019. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. You might not be able to see it, but I just highlighted it there. Okay, November 2019. This one is the Nation's newspaper. Oshiomhole Agba have cases to answer over flood control project. Obaseki. All right. I'm not going to take too much time because I have a couple of articles to show you quickly here. You know, Edo State Governor Mr. Godwin Obaseki has said that his predecessor, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, and a former commissioner for environment, Mr. Clem Agba, have questions to answer. You guys remember who is Clem Agba? If you guys listened to my broadcast 2 days ago, the same satanic man that was in Oba Palace where our great Oba of Benin asked, you know, what he did during his time as a minister. You know, we played this video just 2 days ago. I don't know if some of you followed up, but let me move on because of time. Obaseki, who insists that the stormwater project was not abandoned, said Oshiomhole and Agba should be ready to face appropriate authority for questioning. Obaseki was responding to Agba's report to the Benin monarch Oba of Benin Ewari and abandonment of the stormwater master plan could pose a disastrous consequences on the people. Okay, he continued from there. So I'll take this out. Let me bring another article in quickly. Okay, then the same minister, the Clem Agba, you know, responded, and Oshiomhole, they responded to Governor Obaseki here. One moment, my people. They say, no, Obaseki is lying and all that, blah, blah, blah. You know, okay, let me take this. Let's take it together quickly. 22 billion Naira paid for Benin storm water project, not 30 billion. You see, at least when thief admit say they thief at all, now good thing. They say not be 30 billion, say not 22 billion. So let's work with 22 billion. Obaseki say not 30 billion. Oshiomhole and Clem Agba say it's 22 billion. I don't know the one to believe on, but more by work with the 22 billion. Fourth Obaseki. Then let's move on. Minister of State for Budget and National Planning. Oh, too much advert on all this thing here, man. I don't like them. I don't know. It's not affecting my media. Don't get me wrong, but it's just I don't like them. You know. So let me just quickly move on. Okay. Minister of State for Budget and National Planning, Clement Agba, has denied claims by Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State that the previous administration in the state spent 30 billion on the Benin stormwater project, which the governor has said is a fraud. Agba, who was the state commissioner of environment when the project was conceptualized and implementation commenced, said in a letter to the governor made available to the media in Abuja Saturday that the project was conceived to be executed by not just one but succeeding administrations. He recalled that he had pleaded with the Oba of Benin, Omonoba Edo. I'll stop it right there. Let's just assume that they corrected the money there. It's not 30 billion, it's 22 billion. The same Agba on this article here, another article that I have here, it dare Obaseki that you cannot probe us. If you know you can probe us, go ahead. So because the dare Governor Obaseki on this particular article that I want to show you, but I don't want to continue anymore because of time. I want us to talk about this. You know, let me put it on screen before people will still saying a lie, not they. Because all these satanic people that support this satanic government, all of them are following us left and right. They're there. So there's another article here where Agba came, the question the Obaseki. This one, which article is this? All this thing. This one 2 years ago. The thing they move left and right. You know, so it's right here. Let me just take it out. Don't worry. You guys know what we're talking about. Many of you, I think, have tried by trying to carry everybody along. But my stand is this: as we speak, the governor of Edo State promised to probe Oshiomhole. And at that particular time, I remember I also broadcasted it here when Oshiomhole responded back by saying that Obaseki cannot probe me. They even alleged Obaseki at that particular time that, you know, some of the money was given to him. That was about $500 million, $500 million naira. I can't remember. Oshiomhole alleged him at that particular time. Then we brought it here. We were now waiting for Obaseki to respond by the allegation from Oshiomhole'S mentioning his name of the people that shared the money. Since that time, as we speak, so my people, 7.5 years, Governor Obaseki cannot talk about Waterstone project again. For now, things how they talk like make una prove me, make una come here. We day here now, call into the show, expose me. I don't have anything to hide. Because you people, some of you that is satanic are the ones supporting this satanic people. Just look now, this man will be out of office soon. Edo State be like village. They're the president saying that the best governor in Edo State. I don't know what they worry on, especially those of us that live abroad. I don't know what they worry us. We have a long way to go. We have a long way to go. Till now, as they talk to Onaman people, nobody they question this governor. He silenced all of them with money, or I don't know what it is, silence all of them. Everything what Governor Obaseki do today, and part of it, I'm supposed to be giving credit because I was the only one calling him out. And whenever I do him, I still come back to this same broadcast, this platform to hail him. Say, Governor Obaseki, you try. Most of the things we do now, fake materials that they do. For example, roads. We have everything on camera. I have never, since I've been on this my media career, I've never said anything without not backing it up with an article or a video. All right. I would like us to talk on this, my people. I have a couple of you here. Sorry that I have to like to start with people in Edo State first, so that other people that is not from Edo State can listen. You know how to also contribute on it. So let me go with Ame Bright. Thank you, madam, for coming back. I don't know if you have anything to say on this, both the video I played in Edo State and the articles that I use in tallying it up.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Edvis. I really thank you. Even hearing this now is shaking me. I don't want to say something because we are all hiding ourselves here. I have 2 big projects there, this area. So, Obaseki, the same thing. I do also argue it with one of my younger ones. Because his area was being tied, he used to praise Obaseki, and I have been arguing this thing with him for the past, let's say, last year, 2 years ago, So I am saying it. I don't really know what to say. I'm shocked. I was looking at the picture, even if I will see my house there. I was looking at some pictures. If I will see my area, the place where they said they used to buy something. That is the store I used to pass by to collect some few things if anything I needed. I'm really shocked. I don't know what to say because I'm short of words. I don't know what to do. And now Obaseki, within 5 months, now he'll be leaving the post. What can he do if he had not done anything for the past years? For the past 7 years, what can he do at this time? Or are we going to be waiting for the new governor to come in that will do that one? Then the whole house there. I don't pray that he get to most of our time. The whole houses are gone. I don't know what to say. Really, I'm really shocked. So I used to get information. I've not heard it from my people, from my tenants. I have not heard from it, such things. But now, since it was just was it yesterday? This information was this yesterday here?
Yes, yesterday, yes. We have a video that we did about the area last week as well, but this one from ITV was just yesterday.
Anyway, I had something from my younger one yesterday, but that's another area in a way to be there. There are 2 projects I have there who I'm afraid. I'm sorry, I don't want to say it here publicly so that they will not trace me.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
All right. Let me call on let me go to Madam Rita. Madam Rita, thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Mr. Elvis and everyone in the channel. Happy end of the month, and those of you who are already in July, happy new month. I don't know. You want me to speak about the last article, or you want me to start with the Oni of Ife's comments on Agbado, I don't know which one.
Yes, you can
I know you
contribute to
already passed it.
any of the
Okay, I'm
above.
just gonna be brief. I'm just gonna be brief with the Onyo Ife's comments. I think we are the era where our traditional fathers, yes, I will use the word traditional fathers because they are the custodian of the culture in which we all belong to. They are the custodians. I want to just beg them, please do not desecrate the culture. Please, whatever actions or comments or statements that you make, bear it in mind that we are that this is a new generation, of people that are kind of I'm trying to use the right word. They're kind of living and disrespecting the traditional institution or the traditional stool. So how you present yourself is how the new generations will be receptive towards you, the culture, with respect and everything. Peter Obi, first of all, I have to say, Pa Edwin, this is the first time I've really seen you very, very passionate about, and I understand what you mean, and I understand what in my own way, I think I can, let me just assume that you're looking at, like, why would somebody as revered as that use oil to stain yourself just because of an entity that is not even a Nigerian, that doesn't have a good record, it's sad. That's all I can say now. It's very, very sad. Peter Obi is also is also a Nigerian as well. And then you have a lot of children, and then you are preferring one child just because you are getting more money from that child. So what happens to your other children? Are they irrelevant? Don't they have any say? Can they be cheated and then you just let it slide? Then how do you expect peace to reign in the household? You're already creating a bad blood as a father when you talk like that. But you know what? It is what it is. There's so much that we can say. I respect the traditional stool. Every traditional stool in Nigeria. I mean, there are very few of them that I read. Very, very few. Very few. They're not up to 3 that I revere in the entire country. But with all due respect to the other ones, but we should just please try and make this generation start to believe in you. Every traditional ruler, whatever you say, whatever you do, the young people generations are watching. Even the present ones are watching. Don't spill that bad seed of disrespecting the stool, of not listening to the stool just because of some paltry sum or some paltry favors. It's not really worth it. Going forward, talking about Edo State, my state, my very beautiful and graceful, productive state. It's unfortunate that we are not very lucky in having good governors. Well, within the past maybe decades, or maybe a little bit more, we've not been very lucky in having. I don't know what it is, and I think I know what it is. I think many Edolites, unfortunately, the intelligent ones, many of them left Nigeria in search of greener pastures, in search of education, in search of, just to explore the world. So many of us left. And the ones who are left, like our fathers, many of them have passed away. The ones who were able to stand and speak truth to power, it's just unfortunate. So what are we left with? We're left with crumbs. We're left with charlatans. We're left with thieves. We're left with scammers. So this is the product. And these people, these names that I mentioned now, they would not survive without the supporters club. Take it or leave it. A dictator cannot survive without his followers. You can't. I just want to make an appeal. I don't want to shout. I just want to make an appeal. Please, every Edo person, especially those who are supporting the present administration of Governor Obaseki, please, I'm urging you. I don't want to call any names. You know yourself. Whether you're in this panel or you're in the comment section or you're just sitting there in your lounge and probably laughing like, oh, look at them. Please, I'm just telling you now. Start learning. Start to learn not to support bad thing just because of a favor. Please start learning it. The DNA of an Edo man or an Edo woman has never been to support something that is wrong because of favor. They say in those days, when you call a Benin man, if he tells you he doesn't like you, he will tell you to your face. If he likes you, he will also tell you to your face. But now, the little minions that we have now, you don't know whether they like you, they love you, or they hate you, or they're just in between. Or when the tide flows, they flow with the tide. They're just floating like a feather on the stream, floating to wherever the tide takes them. We're not like that. Please start learning not to support bad things. It is not a competition. If Edo State is good, it's for our benefit. It's the collective benefit of every Edo person and even the visitors who come. It's the collective. It's not a me or me, myself, and I thing, or my political affiliation thing, or I don't like my brother, or I'm a Togba, or I'm not a Togba, or whatever. It's not about that. Please get it into your medulla oblongata. Please get that into your brain. So I'm appealing. I don't appeal when it comes to governance because it's taxpayers' money, but I'm appealing to the supporters club. If the government cannot hear me, at least even those who are working, those commissioners, the ones in political position, I am begging you, start learning, start to learn not to support bad things because of favor. Start learning it. Because the truth is that whatever it is that you have right now, it's just going to last for a time. What happens to your reputation? What happens to you? Do you think Governor Obaseki will take you along to wherever he's going to? Of course not. From the moment Governor Obaseki leaves, everything that represents him or anything that he has done or people or supporters that represent him will be like a deflated flat tire. That's just the way politics is. So that's why when you stand firm like Naija Watch, when you stand firm, like Mr. Not, I'm going to call your name, Elvis Edingi. When you stand like Elvis Oni Edingi, we stand like a man like that now, a symbol like that will tell you, I support you, you know, whatever it is that you're doing. But when you get there, I'm still going to scrutinize you because you are holding the taxpayers' money. It's not about love. I've said it 1 billion times. You cannot mix the love of a political leader and politics and governance. They do not mix. It's like oil and water. It's like oil and water. I remember one of our panelists here, he was saying that his brother was in, or his uncle was in political administration. He did not agree with what they were doing. So he was telling him to his face, like, what you guys are doing is wrong. Those are the kind of upright Edo man of your. Please start to learn to be that true Edo man, to say, if what you're doing is wrong, I will tell you to your face, you are doing something wrong. And I think people they need to get educated, like Mr. Naija Watch. What you are respecting is not Governor Obaseki, because that title is as giving governor is actually the stool. I'm respecting the seat in Osadebe Avenue. In Dennis Osadebe Avenue, it is the seat that we are respecting, not the figure. Because that figure is temporal. It's not permanent. Therefore, because it's temporal, anything that he's doing, any decision that he's making, it needs to be followed through, followed up. This 30 billion or 22 or 52 or whatever billion, they don't know what they did behind the scenes. Right now, we are not interested. We are not interested about who stole money, who didn't steal, when you are going to probe, when you're not going to probe, if you want to score a political point, or this backlash, back and Tom and Jerry action between Governor Obaseki and Oshiomhole'S and what's his name, the one that was former minister. We are not in. Those people were not interested. I remember I think I read this in publication. I think it was Punch or something. I think it was either last year or early this year, and it says that Governor Obaseki said, you know, he has spent $150 million fighting flood in Edo State. $150 million. Somebody can correct me. I will say allegedly, because every paper right now, they can write anything. But if you're getting those loans, we are all aware. Let the governor and the people know that we are aware of World Bank, all these donations and things that they get from foreign. We are aware of it. You cannot trick us. The only people you can trick is the gullible Edo people who don't understand governance, who don't understand, what is really going on behind the scenes. And I don't blame them, because every citizen just want to get good governance. We shouldn't be abreast in so much in the deep things that's really the decisions that they're making, because we are already trusting you. That's why people voted. They're trusting that you make the right decisions. But when they're not seeing the implementations of what you promised, then you start asking questions like, what's going on? What's really going on? And then I also want to say something. When it comes to criticism is not insult. Criticism doesn't mean I hate you. Criticism doesn't mean that I don't like how you look or how you dress. When I'm talking criticism, I'm talking about governance now. With your state, Edo people I'm talking, including the opposition and the supporters club. I am criticizing Governor Obaseki's administration because it is my state. We are tax-paying citizens. I have a right. He's my servant. He is our servant. You have a right. You are not insulting. You do not hate him. Supporters club, get that definition. Criticism and insult are is like oil and water. They are not mixing. They are two different states of matter. They are not the same. So when I'm criticizing, or Nigeria Watch is criticizing, or the good people of Edo State that want governance are criticizing or questioning. In fact, many people may not understand what criticism, questioning, let me use a simple word. When people are questioning the actions and the decisions of what the government is doing, it is their right. If they're fixing my road in Canada and I see the contractor's name there, and I see that they're making noise 24 hours of the night and I need to sleep, it is my right to call the mayor or to call the contractor, because they will leave a number to say, please, your staff should stop working in the middle of the night. People are sleeping. It is your right, because you are a tax-paying person. It doesn't mean I hate the mayor, or I hate the contractor, or have any business with the contractor. It is your right. So that's why you have to question. And I don't blame people who are kneeling down, mothers and fathers kneeling down for Governor Obaseki to come and repair. Man, it's heartbreaking. And I really don't blame them. You know why? Because that's all they know. That's how they understand governors. That's how they understand, governor, come and fix my pay. And they don't kneel down. Why you kneel down, you beg, and after everything you be praising as if he has done something big. He's not done nothing big, for crying out loud. Open your eyes. That's why this channel is alive. Mr. Elvis, God bless you. I always say you are a great guy. You are a priest of truth. You are a priest of truth, Mr. Elvis. That's who you are. That's what I see. Because people need to get educated, informed about these are the questions you need to ask. The government has no right, or his minions, or his admirers, or his naysayer, or hallelujah praise singers to come and attack you. No, if we have a system that's really working, they're not supposed to. Even the ones who are actually even attacking you or counter, they don't even know better. Because if they know better, they'll realize that the crumbs that he's giving them is nothing compared to what he's supposed to be doing. Really and truly, let them just go and fix all the places they need to fix. We are not we're not in those states. This is 2020 fight. We're entering 2024 election. We are not ready to play the cat and rat fight at all. We are not. See, my eyes have been open anyway. The ones that our eyes are open now, we are not ready for that at all right now. Just come and do the needful. With the remaining months that you have, Governor Obaseki, I'm not even going to beg you, because I don't beg governor. I don't beg any person that is in a constituted authority. I don't do it. It's my mantra. It's a personality. I don't do it. Because the money you're getting is not your personal money. It's our money. It's our collective money. So I have a right to tell you, please, you need to do this respectfully. I believe I have been speaking respectfully. I am not insulting. I don't really care if you think I'm insulting, because I believe I am criticizing you. I am questioning you because it's my right. You have our money. We need to know what you're doing with the money. We need to know the contractors. We need to know the contacts. We need to know the materials that they are using, because we have biscuit roads. If you fix roads today, in the next rainy season or in the next few months, everything has gone back to status quo. What kind of life are we living? Are we animals? We're not animals now. Come on. This money that everybody's gathering, all these people that are making billions, at the end of the day, life is very fickle. Here today, gone tomorrow. There's so many wealthy people who have just passed on. They didn't even if they made a gold casket, that's how far they will reach. or they will wear the person in the entire gold, or they will weave gold in their hair, that or change all their teeth to gold. The money will still be there. They still can't carry it. They still can't touch it because they're gone. So what are you gonna? What is the legacy, for crying out loud? Governor Obaseki, with all the criticisms you receive, or maybe some of them you think is insult, please leave a good legacy. Fix the roads. Ignore all those. Just stop wasting money giving those minions around you, because those same minions are just merchants of bad governance. Another person will come, they will disgrace you, they will expose you, everything. So please go and fix those roads, for crying. Don't give excuse that it is rainy season, I beg. Those are old stories. Rainy season, we cannot just let the rain stop. I heard that last year. This year now they will say it's rainy season, that's why they cannot do any roads. Please, we don't want to. Are we forbidding Setraco? Do we forbid Julius Berger? Does Edo State forbid Julius Berger, really and truly? Will they forbid them? Come on. Will they forbid Julius Berger? Just do the road very well. Let it be known that that road will last for 40, 50 years. And you see, and they'll say it's Governor Obaseki that did it. Just like what we're calling Ogbemudia now. Ring road that we see, all those some major roads that you see right now. Ekewa road that they messed up. As far as I'm concerned, Ekewa road was messed up. It has been there for decades. It has been there for them to do that road. Do you know the company that did that road? For it to last for over 40 years or more? So please, get a standard, for crying out loud. Get a standard, Governor Obaseki. Edo State does not forbid Julius Berger. Lubricants, we don't forbid it. We don't forbid them. Let us see the number B put there. Look at Julius Berger that is doing it. Quality work. Please. Look at how people are living. Are they even looking at the environmental implications to the health of the people living in those areas? That is a mosquito-infested area. Imagine having a newborn baby in that area. Imagine having an old citizen, a man or woman living in that area, having mosquito bite, malaria, and they can't afford it. Where's the hospital? Just imagine. You're not even thinking about that. And you have Commissioner of Environment. Oh, there's an existing Commissioner of Environment. People, we're just talking a Wotubu, extension of Owina. We're just talking. What about Eastern area, Edo North, Edo Central? You can imagine the goal in all those places. You're not governor of just Benin City. You're governor of the entire state. Let it be known. We don't forbid. In fact, it's hashtag Edo State does not forbid Julius Berger. Edo State does not forbid lubricants. Hashtag. Please, fix those things. We are not in your game with you and Oshiomhole'. We are not interested in those games. We are not. We are sick of it. In fact, we are over it. These back and forth games, we are not playing it with you people. Go and fix and do the needful. Because I am tired. We are tired of suffering. Edo State is tired of looking like a pigsty. How can I come from Canada and I enter Edo State and everyone is just looking dirty? How? At least let me say something that is beautiful, that is fine. I can say, okay, the roads are clean. Okay, when I get to Ring Road, everywhere looks nice, at least clean. It doesn't have to be the same from where I'm coming from. How can you not bring your children and say, okay, what image will they have in their head? Beautify the state. The state is not even beautified. Let us just say, okay, you use SPV. You use SPV as contracts. Special purpose vessel to just beautify the whole state. We say, the whole state is beautiful. We have trees. Listen, go and look for environmentalists, University of Benin. Epoma, Auchipoli, I don't even, but university have, go to the Department of Agriculture. Look for, they even have this guy at Ugbowo that does plants and all that. Beautify the entire state. Go to Auchi, go to Uromi, it's not everywhere. Everywhere be beautiful. At least you say it's the heartbeat of the nation. It's also the garden. We can even better than the garden city, Port Harcourt. Beautify the state. The state is not beautified. It's ugly. We are not ugly people. We are beautiful, graceful people. Let it be shown in the area we live in. Naija Watch.
All right. Thank you.
I am tired, but I'm not going to be tired. But I'm just fed up. I'm just fed up. This game has to stop. Please fix our state. Fix it. Thank you.
Unfortunately, Obaseki cannot fix anything anymore. Is about living. The reason why I have to say that Obaseki and Oshiomhole', they collaborate together to fraud Edo people is because his promise he did not keep to it. He promised twice, 2019 and 2021 that is going to probe Oshiomhole, and he called it a fraud for the 30 billion water storm project. Although they corrected him, it's not 30 billion, it's 22 billion, whatever it is. But Obaseki did not keep to none of his promises. That means Obaseki and Oshiomhole collaborate together to fraud the Edo people. That is it. That is my stand. So I'd like to call on the next person quickly. Let me hear from Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex, thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Najawash, and my fellow panelists. I've been listening. I just couldn't come in. It's been a very tight panel today. Should I call it Najawash panel is becoming a political sectarism. Sectarism is when people cling to power forever. Our panelists cling to the panel until the end of the program these days. That's very good, though. It's on a lighter note. I want to thank you, those on the comment section and viewers worldwide. For me, it's just a disgrace. I don't know. Edo State is a blessed state. It's a land blessed with intellectuals. The man that moved the motion for the independence of this great country was from Edo State. Call it Bender State or Midwestern region. Anthony Enaoro. Edo State had Professor Folonsho and Bruce Ali, who continued from Obafemi Awolowo's universal basic education. In the military time, we also had General Gbemudia, under whose watch Uniben was built and other major projects. Go to Delta State, because it used to be Bender State at some point. Edo is blessed with intellectuals. Is from the faucet origo, from the roots, because of the ancient Benin Kingdom. We had great kings from generation to generation. The Portuguese came to this country from Edo State, from the famous Gelegele seaport. Even if the federal government refused to license the seaport, why can't you build it and make it a tourist attraction? Why can't you do it as a new generation governor? We had great kings. We had the Igodomigodos of those days. We had Oba Akenzwa, Oba Eware, Oba Eweka, and so on and so forth. They saw the great wars of ancient Benin Kingdom. They saw the organization of the army of the ancient Benin Kingdom. The ancient Benin Kingdom defeated the British at first when they wanted to overrun Benin Kingdom. They were beaten. They went back to recruit NATO forces, a conglomeration of Spaniards, Portuguese, and and so on and so forth, before they carried out invasion 1897. So Benin was so organized. We had the market, we had the agriculture, we had the army, we had the street, the lanes, the street lights. The street light did not just start with the electricity. No, we had our own way of lighting the whole kingdom. Once it's getting dark. The Portuguese came as explorers, but they later became friends. Explorers don't stay more than 2-3 days, and they continue with their journey. But they stayed for 3 months. Go to Portugal, go to Lisbon, ask of their national museum. You will see the map. The drawings of Alvaro dos Santos, the leader of that group of people who came to Benin Kingdom. You will see the beauty of the kingdom. So how are the mighty falling? How did the lion give birth to a set of thieves, or should I call them goats, as governors? All this while, with the exceptions of Bruce Ali and Gbemudia. From Lucky Gbemudia up to now, it's been one story after another. When they come in, they tell you, give them chance. They just came in. Give them chance. They just came. Once you start hearing this comment from a set of administration, just know that it's a fraud. I'm ashamed, because Obaseki, I was told, has lived abroad. He has experienced the meaning of development. We were not expecting him to change Edo State into Dubai. At least How many years was Ogbemudia in power? How many years was Ambrose Ali in power? All their big projects are still speaking for them. They still speak volumes. I don't understand where the greediness all the way from Lucky Gwenedion to Oshiomhole to Osumbo now to this present governor. And this is a man that enjoyed, the political hospitality, the political, coverage of Edos, of everybody across the nook and cranny of the state when he had problems. We didn't know this was his nature. He was thrown out of his party. Edos came out and said Edo is not Lagos. Tinubu and Oshiomhole, they ganged up to try to stop him from doing a second tenure. I'm not saying those guys are also good, but we didn't know this guy. Imagine a governor that fights everybody. You don't fight people in politics. This is why we have bad roads everywhere. And when you have the federal roads that are bad, due to you fighting your senator, you are fighting your rep members who are supposed to speak for your state in Abuja for you, you fought them one way or the other. It mounts pressure on the streets, on the local roads you've done, and they don't last because everybody want to dodge the bad federal roads and mounting pressure on the so-called roads you did, and they don't last 6 months. Even you don't do your roads with quality, with standard. Allegedly, we are hearing that you are the owner of those caricature, of those unlabeled contracting companies doing the roads across the state. We are here. This is why no matter the state or the way the roads are, nobody is arrested. At least in some, during Oshiomhole's time and so on, you hear that a contractor has been picked up. You hear that a contractor is facing, tribunal over, substandard projects. In Obaseki's time, nobody is ever arrested. He is the one behind those companies. Where are we going with this money? Nearly 8 years now, no one market built or renovated under him. Some sycophants will come and tell you he's working. No one single primary school or secondary school built or renovated. The core, where you rate a government is the impact on education, impact on basic infrastructure such as marketplaces. Even if you are not the one doing it, you let local government operate freely. Under our governor, we cannot talk. Guess what? 1,130 buildings and mark for demolition. As we speak, they are still doing demolition, even in the name of reclaiming government land. Even Russia-Ukraine war, they've not demolished such structures. The guy is on a wild goose chase on his enemies. He has abandoned governance. He has left his duties. We don't know the meaning of governance right now. Those days growing up, you will suddenly see a governor in your street looking at projects. Growing up, you will see a governor at the marketplaces in your area. But as we speak, brothers and sisters, I'm not sure if there is any primary school student or any secondary school student that has even seen our governor in Edo State for the past 7 years, investigating by himself. In politics, we call it, first-hand information, participatory observation. You do it, surprise, charisma. You just show up. We don't have it. Whenever there's a protest in Edo State, they will tell you he's not around. The governor is not around. The governor is not. He's never around. It comes to you in process. It comes to you through spokespersons. Even when there are accidents, avoidable accidents that claims lives. The last one was the one that happened in Benin, Lagos Road. The governor was not there. He was never there. He sent somebody, they said they sent people to the site. My goodness. When you were campaigning for their vote, did you send people there? When we were visiting all the villages, all the wards personally, did you send people there? When you receive 300 billion naira federal allocation every year, do you send people there? When you receive 3.6 billion naira IGRO from the state on a monthly basis, do you send people there? We don't have people who are passionate, people who are accountable. This is why we always talk about Obemodia. We talk about Professor Folonsho and Bruce Ali. These are people that will come out and tell you how monies were spent. People that will tell you, that will instruct the Ministry of Finance to make sure they audit and educate the citizens on the monies of the government. These are people that will show up in government schools, and principals of schools will be shaking. A lot of them got sacked because of negligence. So Edo State has been a cartel. It's just a shame. This is the first time I see a governor indirectly, allegedly fighting with the royal family. It has never happened after the British, saga. It has never happened. Across the world, colonial powers are returning looted, looted artifacts. Benin Kingdom was also, included. Our governor hijacked it because 5 million euro was allegedly said to be attached to it to build a museum. Our governor has been allegedly fighting our palace, disgracing our palace, something we don't even dare to think of, something Ogbemodia will not even want to hear of, something Bruce Ali will not want to hear of, something Chief Anthony Enaoro will not even want to hear of, Chief Tony Anene will not even want to hear of. Obaseki is daring, he's doing it. Do you know how many of our brothers and sisters across the world has committed suicide allegedly because of the demolition of their properties? You demolish people's hard ends, even if they beat on government land. Let's assume it's true. How can 1,000 buildings be on government land? Brothers and sisters, come on now. Let's use our common sense. Who gave them approval? And many of these properties have government CFO. They were demolished with reckless abandon. My dad told me that in the late 1960s and early 1970s, when Obemodia was building Uniben, all the villages that have farmlands, across those lands, government paid them adequately, compensated them adequately. Have you seen where people happily monitor the demolition of their own houses? Because they've been settled to go and find land elsewhere. That is governance. So the truth is bitter. Many people will definitely jump out of the panel because many of them don't want to hear the truth. This is what Edo State has been facing. Nigeria Watch, I want to thank you for a few months that you chose to face Peter Obi and Obi saga and Obi's tribunal, Obi election. My brother, the way the government increased their so-called impunity because you turn a blind eye for a few months, it is alarming. They just increase the dictatorial tendencies. They increase the madness. Hopefully now that you've beamed your searchlight on them again, because you are the one that prevailed on them to stop this land grabbing. You prevailed on them to stop this. The governor is not around. The governor is not around. You use your team on ground to get facts and figures to put these men on their toes. So what else can I say? Is it the rampant, missing monies everywhere from different, parts of the government? Like, even as we speak, Edo State do not have a local government. It suspended them since 4 years. Now they tell us they want to have elections in September. We'll be hearing it over and over as we speak. Apart from last few months, we didn't have House of Assembly. Out of 24, we had just 9 members. Apart from now that, it just couldn't help it that the whole country was obligated to do a state assembly polls. So the governor is a dictator. He's a guy that don't know politics. I'm sorry to say, I say it with a sense of regret. That is my fellow Edo man. He is a political illiterate. He doesn't know politics. He doesn't know governance. No wonder he had certificate problem. You don't just come out and say, I have result. Your character will show over time. He does not know how to consult. He does not know how to make peace. He does not know when to, punish people or when to make peace and build bridges. You are fighting somebody that is a senator in Abuja. How do you think federal projects are going to come to your state? You are demolishing houses. But you are taking over people's lands.
On this case, Mr. Alex, it looks like you are stylishly exempting Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole is the person that frauded Edo people, and Obaseki promised that is going to what is it called?
Probe them.
He's going to probe Oshiomhole. I mean, he didn't. So
number one fraudster of the whole system of Oshiomhole was Obaseki. Obaseki was the head of economic team of Oshiomhole'S government. If you can remember, Oshiomhole should be in prison. If our president governor is not shading him, if he does not have skeleton in his cupboard, why can't he bring forth Oshiomhole over the water storm project and other related monies? The $10 million borrowed 2 months before Oshiomhole left government. Who approved those money? Who went to negotiate that money? It's Obaseki. So we know all those things. For me, I see them as the same. Oshiomhole would not have done the damages he did if not for Obaseki's financial knowledge, because he knows how to raise money. That is his job. This is why he's always in America, banking Edo money, using process, using federal companies to siphon money. This is it. This is the disaster we've been facing for the past 7 years. And if you talk, they will add your house to the buildings on government land. If you talk, they will add your business center to the buildings of government land. It will be demolished. And if you talk too much, you get arrested. You will be in prison. Nobody can do anything. He knows how to bribe judges to win cases. He knows how to, how to cover the law. He knows how to pocket. He knows how to pocket judiciary. So let me just drop this before I stop.
Okay.
I want to thank you again. Please, I know that we want to get our mandate back. Please, my dear brother, do not turn your back on Edo State. Please, Edo need you now. Please, I love it. When I saw this topic, I was patiently waiting. If you watch me, I didn't want to come. I was just listening until now, because charity begins at home. I know it's not easy. I cannot control your program. I cannot control you, but I'm begging you. You've done it before. Please, at this dying moment, the governor has released money to different sycophants on media to carry out a program called Finishing Well. It's a scam. It's a fraud. Edo is backward with like 20 years. People have hijacked Edo State. Edo is like a village, and it's not. I don't hate him. I love the guy. If I see what will kill him, I will protect him. I have nothing against him. The same way I criticize government, the same way I have to apply it in my state. And the major reason sometimes I don't show my face is just to protect some of my family members and my businesses too. That is the way they've reduced us to. So please, my dear brother, once in a while, flash these topics, and please do not turn your back on us again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Alex. I would like to quickly add to what you just said. I've never turned my back on Edo people, and I can never do that. You see, you know that I've never picked anybody outside Edo State and carry it the way I'm currently doing. Is because of his presidency. Is the number one seat. If, for example, we have the rightful leader, I'm not sure you and I will be where we are today. So that's why I dedicated myself 100% for Mr. Peter Obi. If Mr. Peter Obi was running for a Senate, to become a Senate president and all that, I will not dedicate my platform for him, or to become a minister or become a governor somewhere or something like that, because it's the number one seat. It doesn't mean I don't know what is going on in Edo State. I know. Sometimes I just don't want to be distracted. And apart from that, you should know you can't do two things at the same time. That's one thing you must understand. Most people that were working for me before, some of them satanically left. Some of them left because their salary was not good enough, according to them. While some of them left because their life was at risk. So you guys saw it. So for me, I can't share myself into everywhere. But still, I will also urge you guys that is on the front line, if there's something to talk about, also bring my attention to it. Bring my attention to it privately and say, okay, this thing, we could talk about them. Then I'll book a time
and just to add this, I heard that at the time they were even celebrating in government house that Nigeria Watch has left Edo State alone. No, it's focusing on Obi movement. I heard that gossip.
Not only government house, I heard about that even I heard that some of the satanic land grabbers before they were killing goat and celebrating that they were using the word in Winegbe, so that thank God though, they mention our name again. You see, this is the biggest problem we have with these people. Listen, guys, like I said, I'm just a human being. I can't do everything at the same time. I can't do everything. I can't focus on even myself. Before you came in, if you were following up, I was complaining here that I need a break. I need a break, even on this Peter Obi's journey. Me, myself, I need a break. I'm just waiting for the court case to come in so that me, myself, Nigeria Watch should still be coming on air 7 days a week. But me, I need a break where maybe 3 times a week I'll be here. You'll be seeing different faces here again. So that's why. But yes, like I said before, there's something to talk about. You people draw my attention to it privately or on air. If we say date, we talk about it. But if you assume I already know, maybe sometimes I don't know, because I have something that I'm focusing on, then it becomes a problem. But turning it back on my state is not possible. I cannot do that. It's just so fortunate that most of our youth have chosen to enrich themselves selfishly than to talk about the things that's affecting the people. All right, I would like to move on to the next person, my people. Let me quickly move on to Madam Patricia. Madam Patricia, I would like you to talk to us on this matter. 8 minutes, please.
Good evening, and
Thank you very much.
again.
Good evening to you. Thanks for your wonderful patience.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you to every one of our panelists who have already given their submission. They were all brilliant submissions. Thank you so much. And also, of course, to everyone that has given financially to support the channel, a big kudos to all of you. And also those that on the comment section. That's where it's really happening. Thank you for all your good work and the effort, collective effort to see that new Nigeria. We pray that it will never be in vain in Jesus' name. So, the Edo State Governor, Obaseki, he said, this is like, for me, he has not done well at all. He hasn't done well, because this is not the attitude of a son. He's supposed to be a son, but he's like a bastard. He's behaving like a bastard. He's behaving like he have another home, where he has another place where he call home. Because if he's a true son of the soil, it is from Benin. Benin should be his pride. He should be very, very concerned about making the city better than he met it. Not taking the whole Edo State 50 years back behind, if not more. Because Benin, before these 7 years, I know, Oshiomhole'S time and the Benin time, but this one now is the worst that I've ever seen. Every corner you turn, it's like, I would say maybe 100 years back. Forget it. The only place that is looking a little bit okay is around the Ring Road area. And then even GRA before, you won't find potholes. All the roads in GRA now, they all have potholes, apart from the airport road. But all the other small, streets in there, they all have potholes. Even there is one place in GRA that erosion has carried completely. One road is completely blocked. It's like a river there in GRA. Not to talk of the other side of the town, like Ekenwa Road. Oh my God, forget it. That is in Benin. I'm not even talking about this place they went to video. Now this is a little bit askish, but Ekenwa Road. Is supposed to be the city. All the houses in those areas, they are all condemned. Water they reach roof for some areas in Ekenwa Road. So I don't know what he's doing, this so-called Obaseki. The kind pepper when people for beneath wire, not be small. You open their eyes, you know, when you take your two fingers, open the eyes and squeeze pepper, put now, so you do them. Because I can't see what he's been doing for how many years now, and don't then come to talk of it, in fighting with the palace about the antiquities that they are returning. Is he his? Does it belong to him? The antiquity belong to the palace. For crying out loud. So it's a shame that this is how he chose to operate. And he coming out to say finishing what, whether finishing well or whatever. It's a scam. Nobody should take his word for it. You've been there for over 7 months. You only got 5 months to go. What can you do now? So I think he should just prepare himself for if when the next government enter, we pray that one will be the person that knows what is good, and they can probe all of them for the money that they've stolen from the state, and whether the state taking the state backward like 100 years, a century. Yes, I can say so, because I've never seen Benin City. Even when I was growing up as a child, I've never ever seen that city in this state, in this dilapidated state that it is. Never. So they will all go for it. They will all pay for it. Whether him or Oshiomhole, even go back to the Benin themselves. Yes, I think they can call them back. They should come and pay for what they did, all of them. I pray we should get the head right. If the head is right, I believe all this corrupt part of the body will be squarely dealt with. So that's that. Magnus, yes, he came out again today and he was talking about Festus Okoye, which we also spoke about yesterday. Festus, I mean, that man is a shame to the whole Igbo race and to humanity. Is the face that they are wearing now again to try to deceive Nigerians. He's gone around again to deceive and being deceived. He himself is being deceived. He's been sent on this mission to deceive Nigerians. But at this time, Nigeria has passed that level. Yes, we have the gullibles that will still believe this their deception. But the true obedience will not, will not believe these lies. It's only those ones that are wavering, that are unstable, like water. Those are the ones that will buy their shenanigans. But the true obedience, they will never fall for this trap again, because this is the same thing that they were parading. Assured you. At the end, we were truly assured that they are not capable of doing the right thing. So we need to have a plan B. We can't fold our hands and be waiting for them to slap us on the other cheek again. We can't, because this is what they are trying to do, to prepare Nigerians, to deceive the gullible, to say yes, the beavers it's not supposed to be reliable. Yeah, they can generate the numbers themselves. That's what they are trying to do against the case that is in court, which we know. But thank God, we are checkmating them in every way. The news is going out to Nigerians.
Can I interject you, ma'am?
Yes, please.
So the question is, okay, even if they switch off beavers, let's even say Lai Mohammed said, or that they said they switch off beavers. Should switching off beavers, like the man you see in camera, Dr. CM said, does that give INEC the power to now store tippers, and the switching of the beavers now went and tippers those results and they mutilate the results? Was it the switching of the cap of the beavers? Because now if you switch off your phone, will it change your data? Say for example, Mr. Elvis send you message, text message, and you now switch up your phone, and you now on your phone later.
The messages will come. All of them will still show up.
Will it be okay? If Mr. Elvis say good evening, Miss Patricia. Will it be good morning, Miss Patricia?
Of course not. Let him be playing.
So the switching off of the viewers, does it change the result? Does it change?
It doesn't change anything. They are the ones that went in to change things. That's why they went to Tipex it.
Mahmood.
So Mahmood.
Anywhere on a day.
Yeah.
When our conscience don't go sleep well.
They're not going to ever sleep well. They're not going to ever get rest. They're not going to ever get rest for the pain where they cause all of us. These over 2 million people, 200 million people. Those pain, now so they feel them forever and ever. Their own pain not go ever rest. It no matter what Tinubu gave them, they will never have peace. There's no peace for the wicked, because what they've done is absolutely wicked, evil, and devilish.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Patricia. Thank you very much. God bless you, ma. All right. Let me go to Oga CM this time. You know, Oga CM, are you available to speak to us now, or they talk for there?
Okay. I am.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you. I'd like you to talk.
Okay. Good evening, Niger Watch. Good evening, everybody. Please, all protocols observed and greetings wherever you may be. Actually, I missed out on the whatever it is that I had the honor of Ife. I've made a comment or passed a commentary. I don't know. I missed out of it, but at least from what I've heard people say, I think that should be enough commentary. I don't think I have any more thing to add, any other flank to cover. However, I'm particular about the video we watched about people living in a very, very deplorable condition in what is supposedly a city, an urban area, because I know a village when you see it. Local government is part of a wider Benin metropolis. I've been to Uselu. I've passed through the Uselu, Use, and all those Uwelu. I think I've passed through all these. So, be that as it may, Benin being what it is one of the former capital of Midwestern region. So it should have expanded beyond what we are seeing, if that is to be taken for anything. You see, governance. I'm not from Edo, but I will use Peter Obi as a yardstick because I will quote him. Peter Obi said any governor that tells you he's finding it difficult to execute one project or the other or this, he said that governor hold him responsible because I have been a governor myself. I know what it means. He used his opportunity to expose governors what they do. Some charter flights, some to go to Abuja, they charter flight, enter, execute, the way they flitter money away. So in the end, they tell you they don't have anything. P2B was able to do the challenges that face him because every governor will face his own challenge. He was able to do the challenges that faced him and then left about 75 billion, which is almost 50% of what we are hearing that Oshiomhole'S mismanaged. Then let's just say 45%, because 50% of 75 will be 37. So let's just say 45 to 48%, which is still a substantial amount of money, billion. And you know what it means. So they should be held responsible. The issue is there are so much concern. If their own interest is like P2B, that only what you want is go and do the work and come back. Don't kill Namo don't start living the type of life you weren't living before you were elected. If you really want to pinch every penny, make sure you save every kobo. Things like this should be done. It's an eyesore as long as it impacts on the life of the people. But if Obaseki is saying that he want to look into the thing, maybe to probe Oshiomhole, yes, let it not be a populist comment to curry favor, because Oshiomhole will fight back. Two of you are in the same government. It is even good that let the probe go on, so that as Oshiomhole is exposing, he may even tell us what we did not even know, or what is even going on. So when two thieves, so thieves unquote anyway, it's always good for two thieves also to have a misunderstanding, because that is when you know the depth. Or people, maybe if you've been looking for one of your property that was lost, that is when you know it. So what they're doing is okay. The probe is welcome, but when we hear probe, it is a shame. Look at the condition people live, particularly if the woman saying that before here used to be a football field, here used to be a road when people abandoning their house. Somebody can manage with flood. It's everywhere, in some cities. But for somebody to abandon the house, like one-story building, left, abandon it and go away, it means that the flooding is too much. It's beyond what they could cope. The other man who is saying they hasn't got money, look at where they are living. The house in a place like Africa that is very full of sunshine is now having mold around the houses. I've seen it. And the woman, imagine maybe a pensioners, kneeling down to beg a Bosunu who is doing the program. So all these things, there are things that there is money. There is money. I don't always believe no more. There is money. All they need to do is to cut down on the waste and their excessive high lifestyle. How can you be dry? You have maybe, I don't know how many convoy they go along with. All those things are money. They may be looking for money to do all these things. It's a lie. There is money. There is money. If somebody cannot tell me you generate internally IGR. Okay, if there is no money, what of the money you are using to fly abroad? Some of them like going abroad. For Ekweremadu to have 40 houses all over the world, including Nigeria, he's not the only politician. Most of them are having at least 20. So why keep all those things? I'm not exempting anybody, because you can't tell me that in Nigeria it's only Ekweremadu that is having houses. It's a lie. In Dubai, if Ekweremadu is having 9 in Dubai, others may be having at least 2, 3, 4 or more. So these are the way they do it, because they will tell the other person, look, I've invested here, go and invest. So Obaseki has no reason to let people suffer in this manner. Tar road, you are not giving people, they are not asking you for money. In fact, if I'm to be in government, I will prefer that if you come and beg me for contract anything, I say that I don't have. The moment you are going out, you hearing me that I'm awarding a contract, I will tell you that is the one that will benefit. That is the type of praise I like, than for you to come as a friend. I do something for you, only for you to go away. Then you can turn around against me. But if you start 10-kilometer road, particularly in that type of place, a street, you do it. Make sure that give them good drainage, everything. The people there will be singing your praises, like somebody remarked. I don't know who is Ogbemudia, but I keep hearing about him. And Bruce Ali, yes, I don't know him. I've not met him. But when you talk, they say, oh, he did something. He's not corrupt. Just like the way they talk about Temai Obara. So all these things they are doing, Obaseki it's a disappointment. Disappointment in the sense that, one, this is a man that fell out with Oshiomhole during his first time in APC. Everything his case has been sealed that he won't come back for second term. He switched over to PDP, yet the people of Edo State, of which Niger Watch is taking a leading role, campaign, make sure that go back. That should have been you should have used this your 4 years to say, look, that's a small stout I normally drink in government house. This thing, no, let me cut it down. I won't take whatever it takes. They will now say, oh, he didn't even do anything, because that is when you now tell the people, look, I really want to prove a point. That when you finish and people are still talking about you in the language of Oshiomhole. Oh, Oshiomhole was there, he did all this 30 billion naira water storm, nothing done. Where is the evidence? Nothing. You are probing. You can't bring out billion with. Look, if you cost a project and it's 10 billion, and you bring out 10 billion naira and push it into that project, it's as good as it's like you telling a teller, please, I need you to sew traditional for me. I'm going to use it for maybe a naming ceremony in the next 6 months. And the man said, this is how much. And you carry the money, give him. It's a done deal. That is project done. It's a done. There's nothing to say because that is the cost, and you giving it there. And the chap who is sewing it is making profit. The construction engine, the construction company that will tar the road, they know why they charge you maybe this because they will make a profit and pay their workers. So if you bring the thing, it's done. But you will not say you want to do it and you go and announce it. All this in the end, you start taking money. All this stealing should people. I think with people like Peter Obi, with what he is. Okay, tomorrow if Obaseki want to run for, can he say go and verify? That is just the question. Can't Obaseki say, look, I want to join this group of what make Peter Obi, why people are following him? Go and verify. That is the phrase that won him the election. During Obama's time, they say, yes, we can. That was what Obama means, yes, we can. Yes, we can. The whole world was shouting, yes, we can. Peter Obi is, go and verify. Go and verify. So Obaseki, will you tell people, go and verify? That is the thing. Even if you don't want to do anything, just say, look, this go and verify. I want to carry it. As I'm leaving, when you are handing over, you say, this is, go and verify. But no, people cannot verify anything. Do you know Bista in Anambra State? He wasn't, even a minority party, he wasn't like this. But it's your lifestyle, the life you live, that will determine. Governors have, there is money. Peter Obi said it. He said any state governor telling you he hasn't got, he said he's telling a lie. He said, my dear, come and meet me. I've been a governor. And people were clapping. Because he knows what is inside. He knows what they do. He knows what they did. Peter Obi was saving dollar. Why? He didn't just use Naira to go and buy dollar and save part of 75 billion. No. It was the dollar they get from excess crude. When they went to Abuja, they want to save it. Okonjo-Iweala said we should have an excess crude account. I'm Rotimi Amoechi, chairman of Governors Forum, and Oshiomhole'S ganged up. We need it. It must be shared. They went to Supreme Court. Jonathan caved in. If it were this type of government we are having now, but they will even use 50% of that your money and bribe the judges of the Supreme Court, and then case closed. But Jonathan is a Democrat. He said, go there. They went. In the end, what happened? They won. Okonjo brought the money. So, okay, we will share it. But when you go, please better save it by yourself because we are having enough. We are exceeding our budget. The excess crude means if you have your benchmark at maybe $40 a barrel of crude oil, and now at that 40 barrel, you've made your profit, you feel you can cope with all the expenses you have. But in the end, you are selling 40, 50, 60, up to 100. So it is doubling. So which means you're getting 60 you never expected. So that is excess crude. Peter Obi carried his own, the dollar like that, and kept. And was still behaving as if there's no excess. That is the meaning of prudence. That's how somebody does. If you're a businessman, you want to sell something, you've put your profit margin, and all of a sudden you now sell more than that. You don't go drinking. You take that one as excess and put it somewhere. That is a windfall. Then you continue with the normal price, which ordinarily you are satisfied with. So Obaseki, there is money. Don't come and tell people there's a time after Peter Obi. I know that there is money. Even now that I know the economy is bad, but there is still money. Money in the sense that if your lifestyle is just you versus your wife and your kids, what are they going to eat? Is it not this gari, our normal food? You eat gari, you eat rice, you cook it, maybe it's become tastier. What are you going to do in Dubai? Why are you junketing abroad? All these things is what consumes money. Peter Obi cut it off. So if you do it, you will see money to help your people. You will build market for them.
And Mr. CM, please, let me just quickly interject you for 1 minute. I saw one picture that Peter Obi went into a flooded area. It was so heartbreaking then. And let me just say this. During Obaseki's government, as we speak, even till now, whenever there's flood in Edo State, if you complain, they'll tell you the governor is not around. Whenever there is an accident, avoidable accident, where a governor is supposed to give a press conference, they'll tell you he's not around. Whenever there is a protest, when a governor ought to come out, apart from when tipper drivers, people were protesting and they say he just came from Abuja, he's never around. When the market is burnt, he's never around. And the market is never rebuilt. Guess what? When it's time for budgets, anything that relates to money, allocation, IGR, government does not have money. Federal government is printing money. There you see the governor comes in. I leave the rest to those who have conscience. Thank you.
It's a lie. There is money. It's not all these things. P2B, that of flooding was in Anambra State. I think it's 2012 or around that time, either 2011 or 2012. There were flooding around the local government called Obaru by the bank of the Niger. I don't know what happened. People were talking of the camp they are going to put them. P2B volunteered government house. Said they should. He said particularly the children and the old women, they should come to government house and sleep. This is a governor. That's what he said. He gave the commissioner, said, bring them here. They should not, after all, the houses in government, not favorite. He said, bring them, let them come and sleep in government house. So the thing is that, look, after P2B, no governor can tell you, because it was through P2B I know. Imagine P2B saying it. Governors of some state owing 13 months salary, the governor charters a flight from the one, I don't mention the name, from the southwest, one of the southwest states, but not Lagos. Charter flight to Abuja for meeting and carry maybe up to 50 aides, lodge them in the hotel, they will be feeding, making banquet. P2B is only him and this. So look, I don't need to emphasize. Obaseki said there is money. Edo is not a state in the desert. There are people moving, there are businesses. People are doing businesses all over Edo State. I know my Igbo people are there and they pay tax. They tax them, they pay, and they are happy to pay because if it's more or less a peaceful state where whatever you have belongs to you. So I don't really see the need of when governor want to, they say there is money. If any governor, if they emulate the lifestyle of P2B, frugality, just make sure that you do not waste the resources of the people. There will be money. What are we talking about? Can you just be living on an extravagant life at the expense of the people and you telling me there is money, millions, billions, there is 30 billion naira. They're talking of 30, okay, and there's somebody say 22. Let me just be on the safe side. Let me work with average 26. So 22 plus 30 is 52. So let's say 26. I mean, that's a big amount. That's a huge amount of money, 26 billion. For what type of water are you?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
There's no money, but are they getting their salary and then paying their aides and paying their
there is money. P2B said any governor. He said it. I'm not making it up. He said it at what is it called? This their something at a Gomu they normally do by what this Pastor Boju. He called it what is it? I've forgotten the name is escaping my this thing. He said it there. He said any governor, he told the people, he said better rise up and take your. He said any governor telling you there's no money is like telling a lie. That I've been a governor myself. These are he gave some specifics. It's all this dispatch ride, all these things that he told you one machine is costing how many million. He said you can save it. Some have it 6, 7. You save it, you've saved money. You have the rider on your way going. You have 10 cars, 15 cars following you. He said it's a waste of money. He said during his own time. I mean, if he can do it in Anambra, why can't they do it in Edo? So there is money. The only thing is that let the governor, let the people cut your coat according to the cloth of Edo State. That is not your size. Your size might be so big that even 10 shoes can size you at a time. Cut it according to the cloth of the people. The people do not have money. Just save the money for them. Use it to do something good for them. That's why they are praising. That's why you can then say, go and verify. By the time you are doing something, they invite you and they say, during my own time, then this, what is it called? A local government was flooded. Go and verify. That is what you say. That is your testimony. You don't wait for people to come and write a beautiful epistles about you and then start to write, launch your biography. No, you just say, go and verify. So Obaseki say, go and verify. There is money. Let them not play the Ekweremadu card of stealing money and hiding it all over the world, buying houses. It doesn't pay. I mean, what can you do with it? Raymond Dokwesi is a billionaire like AIT with all the money he made and then floated AIT, everything. Look at the way people are talking about him. Now he left all those riches and he's gone. The same thing with MK Abiola. So many of them like this. So why pack all this money and suffer your people? How can you watch TV, you see a woman kneeling down by the side of the bush, look at their house, and they're asking, please, come and, they're not asking you for bread and butter. Come and tar road that everybody, even future generation, will pass through. Ogbemudia is no longer around, but they say, Ogbe Stadium, let us go there and exercise. He built it, and so many things like that. Go and do something. It's the people's money. They're not even, it's like, even if you are not doing them a favor, because you are not giving them your money. In the end, you are taking salary. You are being paid for. You are not doing it as a charity. So the money belongs to them. Use it and tar road for people, the whole people. I may use the road tomorrow. It doesn't mean that I can pass through there. So why all these things? There is money. That's what I want to address. That aspect of there is money. But the thing is that they are only interested in using it for their own selfish interest. Imagine they will start to take gamble. Maybe somebody who hasn't been to Waldorf Astoria before in America, one expensive hotel. Whenever I want to go to US, and I remember that I want to go to New York and lodge there. With which money? As a person, can you on your own, have you been there before? Then why must you invent a lifestyle you've not lived in your life before when you now come in to serve? If you are not a governor, you are a boss of your own house. The moment you become a governor, you are now a servant. So a servant cannot be eating more than the master. You can't be living life higher above the average Edo people. You can't. By law, what you should even be doing is when people call, you say, no, the money is for the people I want to. And before you shot, because during Obi wasn't popular. That's why Peter Obi said, my job is not to make people happy. I didn't promise happiness when I was campaigning. It's not in the manifesto. What I'm doing is fix schools, fix roads, fix hospital, and some other social infrastructure. That's what I'm going to do. So if I'm doing it and you are happy, it's okay. If you are not happy, it's up to you, because I didn't promise happiness. And it makes sense. It makes sense. That's why Anambra is leading in education today, because imagine every senior prefect of every secondary school in Edo State having the phone number of Governor Obaseki. Every day they will text him and say, look, our roof is leaking, or so thing, or our prices. Then he will send the commissioner, or two of them. That's what Obi did. It wasn't miracle. It's because you are committed. If you love your people, look, instead of working for 12 hours, you work for 38 hours because you love them and nobody is checking you. The result of your work will show. Today, everybody is talking about it. Even people that are not from Anambra, they will say, oh, the man, we heard about him. Obaseki, how do you want people to remember you? Don't you like go and verify? Is it forbidden to you? Go and verify. That phrase, Obama said, yes, we can. Peter Obi said, go and verify. That's how you know people that are selfless.
There's nothing to verify, my brother.
And that is the thing. So that's why I'm trying to point it out. If not, there is money. Because the issue of let's settle that one apart. There is money. Cut down on your lifestyle and waste. If you need only 2 cars attached to your office or 3, it's okay. Don't go and start bringing 18 cars, 20 cars, 30, 40, packed for what? These are millions. When you check all those cars, these are millions. How much will it even cost to tar that road, to even drain that place? By the time you do this, you tell the commissioners, no, one car to every commissioner. It won't be more than that for your use, not just for you, but for the ministry, for you, for your office. You do it this way, say your own is 3, and everybody will see it. Before you know, that's how Obi cut the cost of governance. He said it. He recouped a lot of money, and because he never borrowed kobo from any bank, from anybody. He didn't borrow. Rather, all the things he did, he even saved 75 billion and kept that the next governor should use to continue what he's doing. So I don't see we have to Obi, and I know that there is money. So nobody can come and tell me. The only thing is that they don't want to cut down on maybe you drink champagne, a bottle of champagne close to 500,000. I didn't know 400,000 some. A bottle of champagne that can pay the salary of 20 people at the rate of I don't know. Peter Obi knows the arithmetic, the way he checks. So this is disheartening that we be seeing this type of thing, and the governor is there. These are the basic things. They're not even asking you for bursary. They're not asking you to say declare free education to university level everywhere, state university or whatever. They still pay fees. Why can't you use the money? I mean, tar road, you know that whether you like it or not, whoever passes there will say, this road. Thank Okada man will just fly and say, look, let's pass through this road. It's cheaper for me. It's better. My Okada won't go to mechanic. This is type of praise. When people are saying it, they will be happy. Then there you are there, and then look at where the people are. All you are doing is you must have saved money. If you can't buy a private jet, you've secured one mansion somewhere in Dubai or United States. When they finish, you fly over there and then go and relax. Of what use is that? then your state people will be complaining. Obi is the benchmark. After Peter Obi said it, not that he was governor, but he exposed governance. He exposed it. He said everything. The way how he saved money, how other governors are wasting money, why he didn't want to do it.
And
So
the biggest shame in everything that we're talking about here is that apart from Mr. Peter Obi, we don't have any leader that can boast or come out and hit their chest that nobody have anything against them.
you see,
Apart from Mr. Peter Obi.
that is the go and verify. Because if you that
sad.
is the thing.
None.
The man said
I'm
it. So
sorry,
that was
sorry, sir. Another thing is this private jet that they buy. Do they pay anger fee to park these jets in Nigeria? Because if they pay anger fee, then they won't be buying these private jets to put in anger.
If you are a member of APC or PDP, you don't pay all those things.
Have
you
you
don't
not
pay.
had? Do you know that? Now I knew that why every state is trying to have airport so that they see where to park. Huh? This guy said, you don't even know where you are. So many states that can't pay. Everybody want to have airport.
Because
why?
they only be there for 4 years, right? So once they leave office, they don't even have their personal.
Even if you leave office, so long you are still in that party, you will never pay.
You will never pay.
It's what they do.
And that is where, you know, the way you park your car near in your garage. If not you park your car, you open your garage. Either it's linked to your parlor or you come out. So that is the way they park their. Imagine Rochas Okorocha not parking his private jet, where, and you tell him he should park it in Abuja and then be using car. No, he has to park it, where. State when he want to travel.
Even in the even in the US here. You don't see our governors, private jets, who will give Greg Abbott the audacity to go and buy private jets.
No.
These
This
guys are
people,
crazy.
you see that is what we are saying. After that's why I'm saying. You see what I'm saying. I'm being confident. I'm not saying allegedly. I'm not in alleged. Peter Obi said any governor that come to tell you that because of money he couldn't. He said the person is telling a lie. That he should be held responsible. He said, "My dear," that's what he used. He said, "My dear, I have been a governor," and people were clapping. Go and watch it. It's called the name has forgot. I've forgotten the name again. So he said by Poju Oyemade also, Pastor Poju at Egomu in Lagos. So that's what Peter. He said it openly. He exposed the secret. So what are they coming? You come and tell me that you don't have money for. You have money. They have to do it. The thing is that it's only their lifestyle. They will have concubines. So many. Peter Obi has to shut down 12 guest houses in Oka. Governor's guest house. 12. Furnished with everything. They put, what goes on, the Balewa conference that goes on. Peter Obi said this is a waste of state money. He shut them down, sold all those things, used the money for something else. He said the governor doesn't live in a guest house. You have your house.
I even heard he mortgaged a government property out for 25 years. Either in Lagos or Abuja, I don't know.
The one he did, Peter Obi is a businessman. The one that is Anambra Legion office in Abuja, Peter Obi called United Nations. That man self gave it to them in return for what they will be getting, and he gained more. That's why he developed Millennium Development Goal. Then the UN officials exposed him to capitals and foreign investors from Europe. That's how we got Sab Miller Brewery. We got what is the other one he called? About 3 or 4 of them, and each one. Okay, that's Sab Miller Brewery. He said, you invest here on the ground that 40% of the workforce must come from Anambra State. And he's still in Onitsha. Sab Miller is the largest brewery in the world. They have it in South Africa and then in Nigeria. Nigeria is at Onitsha. So the thing is that if as a governor, you are not interested in stealing people's money and you want to work for them, there is money. What is Peter Obi? Peter Obi doesn't carry. Do you see him move with all this? He just that kaftan. Every time you see him, kaftan, he'll be rolling his suitcase. He's a governor. He said he doesn't care about all those things. When somebody gave him a wristwatch that cost how many £1,000. The man bought it and gave to him. Peter said, Peter thanked him. Said, but if you still have the receipt, we return it and take the money. I wouldn't like it. There's a school that the roof is leaking.
$6,000 or so. That is for 6,000.
He said there's a school that the roof is leaking. Say because every senior prefect of every secondary school, can you imagine every secondary school in Edo State having the phone number of the governor? Do you know that there's no way in a week he could not get up to 6 or 7 call or being text messages saying this is what is happening or this. So Peter said there's one that just sent me a text that their roof is this or that. So if you have the receipt, we take it back and then collect the money. We don't need it. So I can use the money, supplement it, and then go and do. This is what he means. It's not, P2B is not God. But if you love your people, you will serve them heartlessly. You don't need to look back. So we're doing this type of thing. Tell me, how can somebody be planning how to shoot you? Do enemies, because you will win the enemy over. By the time you are doing road, every part of a doing it, in fact, you don't even care.
Augustine, thank you, sir. So because we have a full screen, I'm still gonna be here with you guys for the next 1 hour so that everybody can have time to speak. We have a couple of people that have not said anything. Nero is here. Engineer Chris is with us. We have other people here as well who need to talk on this particular matter. So, but I'd like us to squeeze it inside 1 hour. But this particular broadcast, this one now, I'll end this. For those of you, it doesn't affect we on the panel. You guys know how they do them now. Those of you listening to my voice from Nigeria Watch, all you just need to do is refresh and join the new broadcast. Refresh, because you're going to lose us on the comment section. So we're going to be here for another 1 hour so that everybody can speak on the things that's affecting us generally anyway. So that is weekend as well. So we are here. Thank you very much, my people. Let's quickly go on a quick break here. And after the break, then we continue where we stop. Thank you.
Africa is now or never. You either win it or lose it forever. Africa is now or never.